Hey everybody, Robert Jones back in the kitchen for you today. Today we are going to learn how to make my grandmother's sweet potatoes that are candied. Candied sweet potatoes. We're going to do a little bit different than she did. She usually used the orange yams, but today we're going to use the orange yams, and I thought, why not experiment with the white sweet potatoes as well. I hope you guys enjoy this. Don't be afraid of corn syrup. A little bit goes a long way in this recipe. Thanks you guys. Alright you guys, we're getting ready here to do the sweet potato recipe, which is a candied yam. As far as I know, all of these are technically yams or sweet potatoes. I think it's just a nomenclature invented by marketing. But I believe that all of these type of potatoes, as you want to call them, are tubers that originate in Africa. So what we have here is the traditional, the pinky one that everybody knows that comes in the can and everything else. And then we have the sweet potato, as you would call it, which is kind of a white flesh inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in boiling water for a couple minutes. The idea is just to cook the outside a little bit and the peels will slide right off. So that's the first thing we're going to do, is we're just going to boil these. Okay, our water is coming to heat. It's not quite boiling yet, but I'm going to put these in anyway. No need to salt the water or anything. Are these going to fit? There we go. Alright, we'll give those tiny bubbles. Alright, we'll give those a couple minutes to boil. In the meantime, we are going to put butter in our pan. We're going to put the equivalent of 1 stick of butter. This is a giant butter here, so I'm just chopping a piece of it out, 1/4 pound. We're going to put the butter in here. And then as soon as we throw the potatoes out, we're going to put this in the oven so we can start heating up the pan. Okay, looking like our potatoes are about there. So these boiled at a full boil for about 20 minutes. And here's what we're looking for. If you look at the skin here, it's just starting to pull away. It's just the outer skin. This is what we're looking for. Just the skin to peel off. And then I flash them with cold water to take the skin off faster. And I can't handle them when they're this hot. And now would be a really good time. I'm going to put the pan with the butter in the oven. Now I'm sure there is a very efficient way to do this, but I don't know yet. So take the hot potato and literally cut the ends off, and then the peel just scrapes right off, or cut off slowly like this. Ooh, look at that. Did I mention it's hot? Okay, just like that, and then I'll show you the next step. So here's what I discovered. If you just use the knife and scrape it, it comes out really nice. And all of this will go in my compost pile. We have our potatoes here. Now I am just going to cut them into pieces that I think will be serving size. So for instance, this one is too long, so I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to cut it in half longwise. I think I'll do the same for this one. Now, if you can see here, it's still raw in the middle, and that's okay because it's going to go in the oven. Alright, let's get our pan. There is our hot pan with melted butter. Then we're just going to take our potatoes and arrange them in here with the butter side down, with the flat side down.
Doesn't really matter how you put them in here.
Now, I've never done it with the sweet potatoes, with the yellow ones, so it's a little bit of an experiment for me too. I'm excited to see how it comes out. Okay, here comes the controversial part. Alright, the controversial part is I am using corn syrup. It is, you can see in the light, it's kind of bright, dark corn syrup. It's dark, it's got better flavor to it for this process. It's kind of what you use in a pecan pie. And I think I'm going to probably use about half a cup to a cup of this. And I'm using my grandmother's recipe, so this is how she does it. You just take the syrup and you just put it over the potatoes. All over them. Try to get a good coating, but we're going to ladle it on later, so, you know. So, according to the little measure on the side here where it says 1 cup, we've used about 1 cup, maybe a little bit more. Okay, once we've got our syrup on there, we're now going to use some brown sugar. This is just a light brown sugar. You can use dark or light, doesn't matter. I've got about a cup here, but let's see how far it goes. And then you just sprinkle this all over your potatoes. Oh, by the way, those boiled for about 20 minutes. It wasn't that long. Trying to break up the lumps. This has been a family favorite of ours. Okay, I thought we were going to use a whole cup, but it looks like about a half a cup will do just fine. So there you go. Those go in the oven, and those are going to cook. We're going to baste them about every 20 minutes for probably an hour to an hour and a half at 350. How good does that start to look? Okay, it's been 20 minutes, and now you can see brown sugar's melted, syrup is melted, butter's melted. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a little reservoir down here. Butter and sugar, baste, 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 just basting, just caramelizing, deliciousness. Let that flood through, there we go. Basting, you can see they're getting a little done on this side, so I'll turn the pan around when I put it back in. Basting, oh, smells amazing. This takes a little time, but oh, here's a tip. You can totally do this a couple days ahead of time and then just heat these up in the oven for, I don't know, 10-20 minutes before serving on Thanksgiving or Christmas or Kwanzaa or whatever you're doing. Yeah, totally acceptable. Oh, God, it smells good. You smell those yet, Jim?
What's that?
You smell the potatoes yet?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, that is basted, and let's go back in the oven. And they're getting there, and they're getting deliciousness. Let's do another baste.
Remember this? Scoop, pour, scoop, pour, scoop, pour, scoop, pour, scoop, pour, scoop, pour some more. What? You know what? And we're basting, basting.
Ooh, okay. See this split right here? That is a good thing. This is a little dark. It's alright. We'll baste him. We'll turn him.
Alright, and we're basting. We're basting. We're getting there. We're almost, probably like 20 minutes. And these are going to be luscious. Luscious, I tell you. Oh, guys, it smells so good.
So you're probably saying, why are you basting? Well, we're keeping them moist. We're reducing the liquid. And we're putting more layers of candy goodness on the sweet potatoes. Alright, put it back in the oven. Alright, everybody. We have reached maximum potential here. Alright, so you want to know if these are done. You stick a knife in the side. It goes in very, look, I'm just going to drop the knife. Whoop, right in. You can tell it's done. If you wanted to, you could totally cook this some more. You could reduce it down a little bit more. But as far as I'm concerned, these are good to go. Let me see if I can get one out on a plate and taste it for you. Okay, guys, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. You can see this. Candied sweet potato lusciousness. Just gonna give it a try. Hopefully it's not too many thousand degrees. It's hot. Okay. This would do my grandmother proud. I hope you guys try this recipe. It's really good. I'm actually having a bite of the yellow one instead of the orange one just because I haven't tried it yet. One more bite. Hot. And then I have to show you something else. Can you see this? This is the part we all fight over. This is the candy part from the pan. It's about 1,000 degrees, but chewy, goes along with the yam, hot, delicious. Try these candied yams. Well, it was a little bit of a journey to get to the end of this one. I hope you take the patience to try this. Remember that this recipe can be done ahead of time. You could make this a couple days before Thanksgiving, just pop it in the fridge, and when you're ready to serve, just heat it back up. It's quite good. I think you'll enjoy it. If you guys like to find me on the web, you can find me on YouTube or on Facebook at EudaemoniusMarkII. That's EudaemoniusMarkII, MarkII, all one word. Thanks, you guys. Take care. Still chewing. In my teeth. Okay. Try these jams.